Hello, everyone. So we'll be starting the webinar now. Hope everyone can hear me. Welcome to Spawn School. We are thrilled to have you join us for today's exciting webinar. At Spawn School, our mission is to empower aspiring game developers by connecting them with the real heroes of the industries, the creators, the mentors, the builders of the gaming universe. Whether you are here to learn game development, design, or simply explore the evolution of this fascinating medium, you are in the right place. Our sessions are always built to be interactive, inspiring, and industry relevant. So take notes, ask questions, and get involved because your journey starts now. Get ready for an insightful and hands on session that unlocks the power of communicating between blueprints in Unreal Engine 5 that lets you build stunning interactive games without writing a single line of traditional code. Whether you are a designer, artist, or aspiring developer, our expert speaker will guide you through the core concepts of blueprints, how Unreal Engine leverages them for rapid game development, and how you can bring your ideas to life visually. In today's rapidly evolving tech landscape, visual scripting combined with AI tools is transforming game creation, and this session will equip you to stay ahead. And today's exciting session will be delivered by Kishore Seran. Kishore is an accomplished interactive 3D professional with over 11 years of experience in the industry. He has worked on more than 20 AR, VR, and simulation projects spanning across multiple sectors. With his expertise in real time technology is truly inspiring. Currently based in Dubai, Kishore is deeply passionate about creating immersive digital experiences and empowering others to explore the power of Unreal Engine 5. So grab your notepads, prep your questions, and level up together. Welcome once again, and thank you for being a part of Spawn School community. Let's let the learning begin, right? Now I will get Kishore on the stage. Let me invite Kishore. Okay. So Kishore is here on the stage now. Okay. Uh, Here's the mentor for today, and now I'll leave the stage to you, Kishore. Good morning, and let's start the session.
So good morning, all. So I'll just introduce myself. Like I'm Kishore. I'm an Unreal authorized instructor. So today's session topic will be like how we can communicate between blueprints. So in Unreal Engine, the concept of blueprint is like a visual coding. How we are going to communicate in Unreal Engine without a line of code. So usually gaming means we need to write a lot of codes, right? So here in Unreal Engine, we will not use any line of code. Without a single line of code, you can even create a AAA quality game. So that is the advantage of using Unreal Engine. Let me just share to you my screen. I hope my screen is visible. So before we start or directly get into Unreal Engine, what I'll show you is how to install Unreal Engine, because I don't know like how many of you are new to Unreal Engine and how many you have already have some experience in Unreal Engine. So the first thing is just go to your web browser and search for unrealengine.com. So from here on the top, you will have the option to download. So once you download it, you will get an application which is known as Epic Launcher. From that Epic Launcher only, we'll be able to install Unreal Engine, or you can even install it from the GitHub. Either ways, you can install it. The easiest way is just install this application, which is Epic Launcher. It's a straightforward installation once you download it. And once you have installed it, you will have this Epic Launcher like this. From this Epic launcher, make sure that you're in this on the left side, you have Unreal Engine. Make sure you're in that Unreal Engine thing. And on the top, you'll have a library. There are two libraries. One is on the left side and one is on the top. The left side library is actually the game library that whatever you purchase inside Epic Games will be from this library. And this Unreal Engine that we are going to focus today. And here on the top, you have another library. So this is where you can install Unreal Engine. So you have to go to this library and you have this engine versions. There are multiple engine versions, whichever engine version you want, you can use it. The latest one right now it is 5.5.4. So to install any Unreal Engine, just you need to click on this plus icon. You just click on that, you will have the option, and there is a drop down arrow as well. If you click on this drop down arrow, you will have the options to install any Unreal Engine version that you would like to install. Okay, but I already have the latest version which is over here. So once you have installed it, you just need to click on this launch button, and whatever projects that we are going to create will be in the bottom. So you have my projects. This my projects means whatever project is there inside your local hard drive. Everything will be over here, and you can also get sample projects which are available in the marketplace. So you can go to this Fab. Fab is the marketplace for Unreal Engine, like how you have in Google Play Store or App Store, similar to that. So we just need to go over here, start exploring Fab. So again, here you'll have the option to sign in. So you can use your Google account, Play Store account, Xbox account, Facebook account, or you can even create your own Epic Games account as well. So which is completely free. So once you have created your account, from here you can download sample projects, assets, everything. And one more important thing is you will have this limited time free offer. So which is like every month you will get free assets. And after this particular time, for example, let's say it is like May 20, which is over here. So if you check the same asset on May 21, it will be like go back to its original price. Okay, right now it is completely free, and you can, while if you want to download it, you can use it, and you can use that in your project as well. The assets you can grab it from here, and you can use it then project. So this is a small introduction of Unreal Engine. Once you have installed Unreal Engine, just make sure to click on this launch button. Once you click on this launch button, this is the first page it will be opened. So again here, the recent projects means whatever projects that you have stored inside your local storage drive, it will show over here. And then you have other categories over here, like games, film, video, architecture, automotive, simulation. So Unreal Engine has multiple use cases. It is not only for creating games, you can even create movies with that. Like you can even use it for virtual production, you can use it for animation movies, you can use it for architectural visualization or product design, or even for VR, AR application creation, simulations, all those things. But here, right now, we are going to focus on games. And once you we choose any subcategory over here, you have the templates. So either you can choose from a blank project, or you can choose first person, third person, top down. We have multiple templates over here. Okay. So each category which is over here will have this blank project. So blank means it will not have any assets into it. First person means it will have some default assets. It's a startup kind of thing. It's a heads up for your project. You can have these template, and after that you can build your own level, or you can use the other blueprints or other logics to create your own game as well. So you have multiple things over here. So the first thing what I'll do is I'll just start from the maybe from the first person template. Okay, or we can even choose a blank, either one, whichever we want, we can choose it. But the first person means we already have some assets over here. That's the reason why I'm choosing first person. And later on, for example, let's say I have chosen blank project, and if I want to convert that into any other first person, third person, or any other template, that is also possible. Okay, then I think it'd be better if I start with blank because I'll be able to even show you like how to add other templates as well. So just choose the blank project over here, and you have two options over here, blueprints and C++. We are going to focus completely on blueprints. If you know C++, you can choose C++. Then later again, you can combine C++ as well as blueprints together as well. You can use both the libraries, both the functionalities everywhere. And the target platform, we are going to focus on desktop right now. So quality preset is maximum. So because we are going to use it for desktop. And starter content, we have the option. Starter content means it's again like predefined assets which has been provided by Unreal Engine itself. So it has materials, it has some assets, some blueprints are also there, some effects are there. So all those things. If you want, we can use it, or if you don't want, you can just ignore this. But right now I'm going to use this because using this, we are going to create an asset or so I'm going to choose this. And whatever option that you choose, see over here, it's not like while creating the project only you can do this. Once you have created also, you can add things. So on the bottom, you have project name. So I'm going to name this project as, and this is a project location. Wherever you want to store the project, you can store it. The default location would be inside your documents, Unreal Engine projects. That is the default drive location. I'm going to give this name as Blueprints Communication itself. So it will give you a warning like this. If it is more than 20 characters, then it will say like reduce the number of characters over here. And also make sure that you never give space between the words. The space will also not work. So instead of that, I'm using underscore over here, or I can even just write this as blueprints session one. Let me create it. So we have chosen a blank project right now. So this is how it will look in the beginning. You will not have these tabs open by default. You'll have only this untitled and you'll have this the landscape that you see over here and outliner details. One of these are the things that you will see by default. The center big portion is your viewport where you'll be able to see whatever that you're going to add or whatever thing that you're going to do. So this is the editor viewport. And when we even play the game also, we'll be able to see inside this viewport only. So this is the place where we'll be working most of the time for designing the levels in them. On the right side, you have outliner. So this outliner is where you can see whatever that you have included inside your viewport will be listed out over here. So by default we have some lights like directional light, height fog, all those things. You can see whenever I select anything and it has been highlighted over here. And when I want to go closer to the particular object that I have selected, I can select the object and on my keyboard I have to focus. There is a shortcut key which is like F for focus. If you click on that, it will focus. And if you want to navigate inside your viewport, it's very easy. Like how you play a game, like WASD or your arrow keys. You can use them to If I press arrow keys, I'll be able to move forward, backward, left, and right. If I want to use WASD, I need to hold my right mouse button. By holding my right mouse button, if I press W, I will be able to move forward, S move backward, A for left, and D for right. So WASD by holding right mouse button. If I want to move without right mouse button, then it is arrow keys, forward, backward, left, and right. So this is how we do the viewport navigation. And if you want to look around your environment, just hold your right mouse button and move your mouse forward, backward, left, or right. You'll be able to look around the environment in a 360-degree view. So this is the viewport navigation. By holding right mouse button, move forward, backward, left, or right. And by holding your right mouse button alone, you'll be able to look around this environment. And whenever you want to focus on a particular object, just select that object from your viewport or from your outliner. Press F on your keyboard, it will focus or it will frame that at the center. So whatever that we have selected in the viewport or from your outliner, the properties of that particular asset. So here in Unreal Engine, we term these assets as actor. So whatever that you see inside your viewport is an actor. It can be a 2D element, it can be 3D element, it can be anything, or even an UI as well. It can be anything which whatever that you see, it's an asset or an actor. So those actors' properties will be there in the bottom details panel. All the properties, where it is placed, what is the rotation, scale, everything is over here. So these are the basic viewport thing. And on the top you have file menu, everything. And this is your toolbar. Below that you have toolbar. So file, obviously, if you want to create a new world. So whatever that you see, this is known as a level. I mean, it's a world also we can say. So if I want to create another level, I just need to go to file and I just need to click on this new level. So this is how we use it to save. Everything is over here from the file. Edit is like cut, copy, paste, undo, redo, project settings, all those things. And Windows, whatever Windows that you see over here, like outliner, details, world settings. If nothing, if at all some windows are missing for you, you can come over here and you can choose and select it. Or you can just go to this load layout, default editor layout. If I click, it will come back to this original thing, whatever that you see over here. So these are the menus over here. Okay, so these are the main three things that we'll be using, like this Windows, edit, and file. Other than that, all these things will be used whenever it is only necessary. So right now, let's not focus on the menu and all. Let's go back to the toolbar. So here in the toolbar again, you have the save and selection mode. If you want to create landscape or modeling tool inside Unreal Engine, you can just come over here and you can use it. Most of the time will be inside this selection mode only. And then you have quickly add to project. If you want to add an asset to the project, which is there by default in Unreal Engine, you can click over here and here you'll have all the basic assets. If you want to add lights or different shapes, you can come over here and can add it. And the assets that has been imported from another source of digital content creation tool, that would be found in the bottom. So you have content drawer over here. If you click on it, you'll be able to see the imported assets. So right now we have added starter content while starting the project, right? So we have the starter content over here. If I double click on it, then I have multiple things. Okay, like architecture, audio, blueprints. There are a lot of things. If I go to props, I have chair. If you want to add something from your content browser, just hold your left mouse button, drag and drop it inside your viewport. So by doing that, you will be adding the assets. And now if I want to focus, I'll just press F. I'll be able to focus. If I want to look around this particular object or actor, hold Alt and left mouse button. I'll be able to rotate around this object. If I hold only my right mouse button, I am anchored at this point. I'll be able to look around this entire environment. If I want to look around only on this object, then hold Alt and your left mouse button together to rotate around. So this is the basic viewport navigation, and these are the different panels that are there inside your editor, Unreal Engine editor. And this is how you need to drag and drop an asset inside Unreal Engine. So let me just delete this asset for now. And whenever you want to save in Unreal Engine, usually we use Control S to save, right? But here we need to use Control Shift and S together. So Control Shift and S is save all. So whatever that you have done, for example, let's say you have imported an asset, so it will be there inside your content browser. So inside this content browser, you will have the imported asset. Once you've imported it, you have to save that as well. And then you are working on this level. So right now it is untitled. We haven't saved anything, so it's showing like this. But I'm not going to save this level anyhow. So we are going to create a new level. To create a new level, let's go to this file, new level, or control and the shortcut key. And here we have multiple options to choose. Open world, whatever that you see in the background, no, this is the open world. Okay? And empty open world means without lights it would be. And without the lights, without landscape, it will be completely blank. And basic means again you'll have a basic floor and then you have the basic light system. Empty level, like nothing would be there, empty, completely blank. So we are going to choose this basic over here because we have some basic lights and all. So let's create, and it is asking me whether I want to save because we added something over here, right? Like a chair. It is asking, and then I deleted it as well. So do I want to save anything over here? Nothing. So don't save. And it now you can see your level. And this level that you see, again, this is your basic level. And you'll be able to see on the top, it is untitled. Untitled means we haven't saved it yet. We haven't given any name as well. So to give a name, go to File, Save Current Level As, click on that, and it will show you like in the content where you want to save it. I'll create a new folder. I'm going to name this folder as Maps. So this is the folder structure how we have to maintain in our project. So Maps, here I'm going to name this as level underscore 01. So this is my level. Let me save it. Now you can see on the top, it is written as level 01, which means this is the level that I'm using. And on the top right, you have Blueprint Session 1, which is the project name. This is the level name. Okay, and you can see the engine version as well. So right now, I think it is using 5.3.2. It's fine. And whenever we want to save anything, for example, we have directional light over here. I'm just moving it a little. And once I move it, you can see a small asterisk on the top, which means we have changed something and it has to be saved. Okay, it is not yet saved right now, whenever you see that. So whenever you make any changes, make sure that you save it. And it is always the best practice is to Control Shift S. If you hold all three together, you will save everything. So save all option, you can see it over here. Save all, Control Shift and S. So now let's get into the blueprints topic. So blueprints means it is visual scripting in Unreal Engine. So without a line of code, we'll be using the logic-based system to create our own logics or create the programming part. Okay. So here in Unreal Engine, there are multiple ways to create a blueprint. There are actually like two types of blueprints inside Unreal Engine itself. One is level blueprint and the other one is blueprint class. Level blueprint means we have this level. So this is our level, right? That blueprint will be linked with only this particular level. If I create a new level, let's say I'm creating a new level now. For that level again, when I create a new level, and this whatever that we have created over here will not be linked for that particular level. So that is how it works. So when you want to create a reusable blueprint, then we need to use a blueprint class instead of a level blueprint. So level blueprint means it will only be linked with the particular level on which level we are working. So right now we have level 01. So this will work only with this. And if you want to open the new project enrollments, you can just come over here. You have this Epic launcher. You can come. to the notification, and from here you can launch it. So right now I was using this 5.3.2. I can even open the same project inside my 5.5.1 as well. But make sure that the project which you have created in the lower version can be opened in the higher version of Unreal Engine. The higher version projects cannot be opened on the lower version because some plugins or some internal script might have been changed for higher version, so it won't be compatible with the lower version. So that is one more thing. So maybe I can open this particular project that I have inside my 5.5.5 and I can show you like it will work. It got hanged. Just close it. So blueprint session one, this is the one which we created. Okay. If I want to open that in the other engine, first I need to launch that particular engine. So from here I can choose the same thing, blueprint session, which we already created it. And if I open now, to give me an option like it was made with a different version. It's fine, I'm just making a copy, open copy, so that my original version will also be there and the version that I'm opening in the new Unreal Engine will also be there. So I'll have a backup as well. Right now 5.5.4 it's a bit stable, doesn't have much crashes and all. So and one more thing, when I open for the first time, you see the same thing was here. But we created a new level, right? And if I come over here, open level, I have the level which we have created. If I want the same level to be opened when I open the project itself, then I have to go to my menu. There I'll have project settings. Inside the project settings, I'll have on the left side maps and modes. So we created a map, right? So maps and modes, editor startup map. So this is the default map, open world. I don't want a open world. I want the one which I created, which is level 01. Similarly for game default map as well, I'm just choosing this level 01. Now file, save all, then we can close this project settings. So now if I close my project and open it, I'm just closing my project. And once I close the project, Epic Launcher will pop up automatically. Now I'll be able to choose this 5.5 version, not 5.3. I'm choosing 5.5. So open it from my projects tab. Now you see, when it opened, automatically it came to level 01, which we wanted. So this is how we can change the default setup of the editor. So now if I hit the play button, you can see like I'm on the, like it's like a first person view only. Okay, if I press escape means I'm out of the play mode. If I want to again go back to the play mode, click this play button on the top, or you can use Alt and P together. I'm using this button. And once I click my viewport, then only I'll be inside the play mode actually. So once I click it, my mouse cursor will be gone. But I think when I'm screen sharing, you'll be able to see the mouse. But usually you won't be able to see the mouse. Okay, now you don't need the mouse is just the camera over here. So no need to click anything on the mouse. So just WASD will work now without clicking anything. So Q and E is also there. Q to move your camera down and E to move your camera up. WASD. Right now we don't have any character or anything. It's just a first person view that is over here. And if at all I want to add a character over here, like if I want to make this into a third person thing, then you can come to this content drawer. And right now I'm showing you like how to change the existing project into a third person thing or a first person. So let's come to this content drawer. You have on the top add. So click on this add button. And then you have the second option is add feature or content pack. Click on this. So from here you can choose. This is what I told you while creating the project. If at all by default whatever setting is there you can create, and later on you can change it to anything that you want. So I have first person, third person, top down, everything is over here. So I'm going to choose first person over here, and I'll choose this add to project. It has been added. I can close this and even cancel this. So now we have a first person template. First person character has been added. If I play, you see I don't still see the first person over here because there is a default game mode. Game mode means that is the brain of your game. Based on that, whatever the rules that you're going to set, on that only the game will run. As I told you, there are two types of blueprints. One blueprint is your level blueprint, which can be accessed from here. On the top, you have this blueprint icon on the toolbar. After your quickly add to project, you have this icon, which is blueprints. So you have open level blueprint. You cannot create the level blueprint because it is linked to the level. So you just need to open level blueprint, and then you have blueprint class. Level blueprint means it will be linked only with this level, and this is how the blueprint editor will look. I can dock this floating window anywhere on my editor. And this event begin play means when I hit the play button, what it should do. So event means it's going to trigger something. Okay, it's going to create the logic over here. Event tick means it's like continuous thing. So let's create a small blueprint thing over here. When I hit the play button, the first thing whenever you learn coding is like hello world kind of thing, right? You will be printing something on the screen to check whether it is working or not, and it is the best way to debug as well. So here also we'll just start with that. So we have this event begin play, and now I'm going to drag a wire by holding my left mouse button. If I hold my left mouse button on this execution pin, so the small triangle that you see, that is your execution pin. And here inside this, if you want to navigate, hold your right mouse button. You can pan around and middle mouse wheel to zoom in and zoom out. On the left side, you have the my blueprint is like event begin play tick. Right now we have only two events over here. It is showing over here. If you want to add micro, macros, variable functions, you can do it over here. And on the top again, you have the toolbar like save, play, all those things, and file menu. This looks similar to what we saw over here on your editor level as well. So event graph is the area where we'll be working upon our logics. So right now we have this event begin play. So let me just drag a wire and just release your mouse button. You'll be able to see these options. Or you can right click. You'll be able to see this option. Or you can use tab, tab on your keyboard. You'll be able to see these options. So these are all the functions that you can use it, function, events, everything is over here, which we can use to create our logic. So this is how we create the logic over here. So let me just drag a wire from here, and I'm going to just type print string. So print string is a function because we have a F symbol over here, a blue color thing. So if I select that, print string means you can see hello is over here. And whenever you do any changes or anything adding to your logic, make sure that you hit the compile button, because if at all you have any errors, it will be shown on the bottom. So hit compile and save it. Now go back to your level. And now if I hit play, you can see on the top left corner, I have hello. It was very quick actually, like 2 seconds only, I guess. I click, see on the top left corner, hello, and it again went, which means When I hit the play button, it is communicating with this function and it is showing over here. So this is also a form of communicating between the blueprints. Okay. So now I have this print string, and if I want to make this print string to stay longer, so there is a small drop down arrow, and this is only for the development mode only. And you have the text color. Let me choose a red color thing. And the duration, I'm going to make that as 5 seconds. So just put 5 and then compile, save, come over to your level. When I hit the play button again, you can see the hello will stay for 5 seconds. So right now we were able to communicate this even begin play. When I hit the even begin play, it is going to show me some message on the screen. So this is even begin play. When I hit the play button, it will show only once. And if I want to disconnect this link, hold Alt on your keyboard and click using your left mouse button. It will disconnect. So again, if you want to reconnect, or you can even right click, you will have this option break link to disconnect something. So this event tick means I'm just going to connect this event tick over here. Now compile. See, event tick means it will consume a lot of memory first of all. Okay, because it is going to run for every frame in your computer. So every frame per second, FPS that we see now whenever we play a game. So every frame you're going to see this print string is being triggered. So now if I come and play, you can see like every frame I'm seeing this hello, 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 hello kind of thing. So whenever you are using these events, make sure this event tick should be used when it is only necessary. For example, let's say you have a timer in your game. So timer runs every second or every frame. So that time we will use this event tick. Or a timer is an example, and when you want to in VR, for example, if I am using this event tick, I'll be using to detect some objects. So whenever I use the controller, wherever I move, the controller will be continuously detecting objects, and the object that I want to communicate alone will be triggered. So for that purpose, also we'll use this event tick. So event tick means every frame it will run in the background. Because of that, it will consume a lot of memory and it will make your game slow. So make sure you don't use this event tick often, unless when it is necessary, you use it. So we have this print string. Let me just delete this print string for now. Now we are going to create a small logic, like a basic like how to open a door kind of thing. Okay, inside Unreal Engine. So for that, first we need to create the door. So there are two ways that I told you. One is this level blueprint. Level blueprint means it will work only with this level. If I create a new level, let me just show you a bit. I'll add the same print string over here again. Compile, save. So this is with this level 01. Okay. Now I'm going to create a new level, basic. Now if I come over here to this open level blueprint, see it is empty because whatever that we created was only linked with the level 01, not with this level. That's what I told you. So if I want to reuse something in every level, like a scalable thing, then I need to create a blueprint class instead of a level blueprint. So let's go back to our main level. So which is this. So now I'm going to show you how to create a blueprint class. To create a blueprint class, you will come over here, create new empty blueprint class. You can choose this option. Or the best way is like open your content browser, the content drawer, and let's create a new folder over here first. So right click, create a new folder, name that folder as blueprints. So these blueprints are whatever that we are creating on our own. Okay, so which is just inside the content. That's all. So inside that folder, we will create. Okay, so right click. So you have blueprint class on the top. If I select this blueprint class, I'll have these many parent classes. Okay, so actor, you can see an actor is an object that can be placed or spawned in the world. So world, this is your world, the level. So whatever that is spawned or whatever that you see inside the level is an actor. Okay, for example, let's say I didn't select anything right now. If I hit the play button, in the outliner, can you see like it has 8 actors now? It is showing 8. If you count, you'll have 8 actors. When I hit the play button, suddenly it become 18 actors, which means these yellow color things are all spawned. They are all spawned when I hit the play button. So these are all blueprints again. So the blueprints are all spawned over here when I hit the play button, which runs in the background. So it has been programmed in that way. So what are the things that has been spawned as default pawn? Pawn means if I want to move over here, I need a pawn, and pawn is something which can be possessed by the player controller as well. For example, so that's what. So right click, go to blueprint class. So actor means spawned in the world. You saw what all spawned on. So everything is an actor. Pawn is also an actor. Character is also an actor. But pawn means it is something which can be possessed by the player controller to receive the control, like to receive inputs from the controller. Controller means like when I press W, it should move forward. When I press S, it should move backward. A means left, D means right. All these inputs are given by the player. From this input, the actor should move. So that is pawn. Pawn can be used when you have a character which doesn't have legs. For example, let's say you have a spear or a ball which you want to rotate, and that is your player. For that, we can use a pawn. Okay, so similarly, the character means anything that has legs is a character. Character is again a pawn only. It's a type of pawn because characters can also move, right? So that is also a type of pawn. So you can see it includes the ability to walk around. Player controller is the actor which is responsible for the inputs that we are going to give for the pawn, like controlling the pawn and all. So game mode. The game mode is the base defines how the game is being played, rules, scoring, all the like it's the brain of the game actually. With the game mode base only, all these things will be linked. So here also an actor component, scene component. Let's see these things later. Okay, so these are not much important for now. So these actor, player, pawn, character, player control, and game mode base. These 5 things are important on the top 5. So whenever you create any game, you should have your game mode. By default, we created a blank project, right? And if I want to see the existing game mode, I can go to my edit, project settings. You'll have maps and modes. Inside that maps and modes, you will have the option default game mode, which is over here, game mode base. That was the default game mode. And below that selected game mode, if I expand it, you can see it has spawn, HUD means heads up display, player controller class, game state, all those things. If I want to create my own game mode, I can create it. Or if I want to choose the first person which we added, that also we can do it. So when I hit the play button, it is using the default game mode. So that's why I don't see the character or anything. So now I can come over here and I use this BP first person game mode. So blueprint, BP means blueprint, first person game mode, which we have imported right now. So I've chosen this. So this will work for the entire project now. If I want to work only for this level, I can do that as well. I'll show that. So now if I play, it looks again the same. But when I jump, no, you'll be able to see my hand. So on the left side corner, my hands will be there because again it's still the first person because the first person will have only hands right now, nothing else. But if I go to the first person level, there is whenever we import any template, the template will have a default level built. Okay, so I'll show you that. Go to content, you'll have this first person folder. So go over there and maps, like how we created over here, no maps. Similarly, we have first person maps, and here I have first person map. If I open that, So this is the first person level that is over here. Now when I hit the play button, so when I hit the space bar, I'll be able to jump, and WASD to move forward, backward, the same thing. So when I go near this gun, no, it communicates right now. See, it automatically picks the gun. So see, the gun is on my hand, and by using my left mouse button, I'll be able to shoot. So this is the default map, which is for the first person. Similarly, for the third person also, the map will look same, and we can communicate. So how it is communicating over here? The reason how it is communicating is there is a collision. If you want to communicate between or if you want to program something in Unreal Engine or any a game engine, you need collision. Collision is something which will be used to communicate between the actors. Okay, so here you can see you have a spear like wrapped around this gun. So that spear is your collision. So it's a proximity sensor kind of thing. You all have it on your mobile as well. When you call someone, when you keep it near your ears, the display will go off, and when it is away, you will be able to see it, right? The display is on. So similarly, based on the size of the spear, whenever the character approaches near to this particular spear, when he moves and overlaps with the spear, at that time I'll pick this gun. That is how it has been written over here. So if you want to see this logic, so right now, for the first time when you see this logic, it will be very complicated. If you want to see this, just select this, and on your outliner, you will see the selected item, and there you have edit BP. The option is there. Just click on that. You'll be able to see this blueprint. So it's a blueprint class now. It looks little different than what we saw from the blueprint level blueprint. So the little difference is it has components. We can add our own components. There we cannot add the components. We'll be using the existing the components that has been added inside the level to communicate. But here we can create our own. So that is the main difference. So this is how it is working. So this on component begin overlap spear collision, this collision that we had, no? So when the component is being overlapped by the first person character. So cast 2 means it is going to reference the first person. When the first person character goes near that gun, he'll be able to grab it, and so all other blueprints are the same. He'll be able to grab and it'll go to shoot, and after some time destroy actor means the the ball switching game, no? Like when I hit the play button. So when I shoot, I got this bullet coming, right? So this will be like gone after some time. So it got destroyed. So that is how it has been destroyed. Okay, so this is how it has been working over here. So these are all the background logic, how it is worked. So right now we are going to see the basics of how blueprints are being communicating kind of thing. So now let me add a third person as well over here. So because I need to show you the difference, like why it is written cast to first person character and all. So to add a third person character, just come over your content again, click on this add button. On the top, you will have this add feature or content pack. Just go to your third person, add to project. So it's been added. So now, again, if I want to change the game mode, because when I hit the play button, the first person will come. But right now I need the third person to come only for this level, let's say. Then what I need to do is I need to go to the setting on the right corner, or you can even go to your edit option. You'll have this options. Okay, or Windows, if you go Windows, you'll have this world setting option. So click on this world setting. So this is my world setting. Beside the details, you see the game mode. This will only be affected on this particular world that you see, only for this level. Instead of first person, I'm going to choose BP third person game mode now. Just save. Now when I hit the play button, I'll get the character, the robot character is here, third person character. Now when I go near the gun, you see I'm not able to pick the gun because the gun has been designated only for your first person. So that is how it has been communicating over here, which is known as casting. So it is referencing over here. But this casting method, which is over here, will consume a lot of memory actually in the background. So there is an other way to reference it, which is known as blueprint interface. For example, let's now let me just create let's create our own logic over here. Let's create a door. When we go near the door will open. So we are going to communicate between two blueprints. Two blueprints in the sense like the third person will be a blueprint and the door that we are going to create will also be a blueprint. So how to do that is, let's go to content, blueprints, right click, go to blueprint class. Let's choose actor. Okay, because we are going to place that inside the level. So let it be an actor. And the naming convention you should use is BP underscore door. I'm going to just create a door, save it, and double click on it. So you'll have your BP door. You'll have it as a floating window. You can dock it near this. Now I'm going to close this BP rifle. We don't need that. So inside this door, we need a door, actual door component. So that is the reason why I chose starter content. If you don't have starter content, go to this add button. Second option, again, the same thing. If you go to content, you'll be able to choose starter content and you can add it inside your project. So inside the starter content, go to this add on the top. From here, I can choose this static mesh. Static mesh means it's a mesh that's going to stay. Any mesh that we import will be static. When he has any bone setup or animation by default, then it will become a skeletal mesh. So now it's a static mesh. Let's choose static mesh. I'm going to name this as frame because door will have a frame as well. So again, I'm going to add another static mesh and that I'm going to name that as door. Frame, below that I have door, and you can see a small arrow below the frame, beside the frame, which means frame is the parent and door is the child of it. When I move the frame, the door will also move, or whatever that I do with the frame, the door will also be communicating the same. That's why the parent child relation is over here. To choose the frame, because we have not assigned any static mesh over here, just the component we have assigned, it's an empty component. On the right side, you have details panel. Here you have static mesh. Here, if you have a small drop down arrow near the none, just come over here and search frame. You will have SM underscore door frame. SM means static mesh. Door frame. Choose that door frame. So you can see this is my frame. Similarly, choose the door. Go to static mesh. Search for door. You will have SM underscore door. So I have the door as well. But the thing is, the door is not aligned with the frame actually. So we just need to move this door. So I'll just hold this arrow and I'm just moving it. Maybe like I can come over here and give the value as well, the location. So this green color is my y-axis. You can see in the bottom. Z is the up axis, red is my x-axis. So I will just come to the location. I'll put a value like 45 will be perfect. So 45 units I moved and this looks fine. So I have a door right now. Let me compile, save. And if I go to my door, you see we have the door. I can drag and drop it. So I have the door now. Now when I hit the play button, if I go near the door will not open and I'm able to just pass through the door because it doesn't have any collision. No communication is there. So first thing is we need to add a collision. So I'm going to, so there are two types of collision. One is to communicate and one is to block. Okay. So block in the sense like you should not pass through that particular thing. For example, if I go near this object, you see I'm not able to pass through this, not able to get inside this because it has a collision which is blocking me. Another collision is to communicate between two blueprints. So right now we'll create a collision which wants to communicate to tell that to open the door when I come closer to it. So we have the door. So first thing I'm going to add a collision over here. So come over the add button and just search for collision you'll have three options: box, capsule, and sphere. You can choose any collision. I'm choosing box so that it looks proper to fit this area. I'm just going to lift it up. We can even scale the box. So on the right side, you have the option box extend. So using this option, you can scale it how big you want. This much big is fine for me. So whenever the character overlaps with this particular thing, it will open. This is what we are going to do. Compile, save. So for this box, we need to add an event because we need to communicate. When the character comes in overlaps with this box, it should work. The door should open. So select this box, and on the details panel, if you scroll down to the end, you will have these options, events. So from here, you can choose on begin overlap. Begin means when the character begins to overlap with it. I'm going to choose this on begin overlap. So from this begin overlap, the first thing was on the rifle, it was like cast to first person. So here we are going to cast that only for the third person, not for the first person. So just drag a wire from here and search for cast to BP. You will have this first person character. Similarly, we have third person character. I'm going to choose BP third person character. And in the object, we have to choose this other actor. So it will only communicate with the third person right now. So when it comes near this particular thing, let's print a string. We will check whether it is working or not. And I'll make the duration as 5 seconds. Compile, save. Now let me just play. If I go near the door, you can see on the left side top corner, hello, which means communicating. If I again go near, you see the hello comes whenever I go near that proximity. So it is working. Now we need to animate the door. So how I can animate is, I'll just drag a wire. From here, I can add timeline. So there is an option add timeline. So this is what I'm going to do. And this is my, for the door, I'm going to do it. Just rename that as door. Door animation. So how to animate that is just double click on it. You will have another window opened over here and it has the track options. On this track, I'm going to create a float vector. Vector means you will have XYZ. Float means is just a value over there, like single digit you can give. And then you have all the options over here. Okay, so I'm going to use a normal float track. And this is also my, I just type door alpha. So which is my door animation actually. Okay, so here I need to add the animation. It's very simple animation. When the door is, when I hit the play button, the door should be its original position, which is 0. And when I change anything, it should go to like change the position to 1 or anything. Okay, so the length I need is like only 1 second, not 5 seconds. So only 1 second is shown over here. Right click and you'll have the option like add key to the curve. I'm going to add a key, and when the time is 0, the value should also be 0 because it is an initial resting position. Let's add another key, and this time when the time is 1, the value should also be 1. Okay, so I'm just zoom to fit and zoom to vertical fit. So this is 0, which means nothing happening. 1 means something is going to happen. It can be anything. It can, the door can move, the door can open, can be anything. So we are defining two values. At 0 nothing, and 1 something is going to happen. Let's compile, save, and let's go back to your event graph. Now you see door alpha, the door alpha which I created, no, the float thing, it is over here. So from here, now I need to update this thing. Okay, like what I need to add exactly and all, I'll be able to do it over here. So after this animation, what I'm going to do is, I need to rotate the door, right? So if I come to this door, I select this door, I'll be able to rotate this door on the Z axis or Y axis, I need to check. Okay, so rotation is over here. See, y-axis means it's doing like this, so which is not necessary. So z-axis is the one which I want. So maybe 90-degree would be fine. Let it be 0 now. So 90 degrees I'm going to rotate. Come to your even graph again. So here what we are going to do is we need to assign the door only. So not the frame. So drag the door and drop it. So I'm referencing the door over here. This is the target. From the door, set relative rotation. Okay, I'm going to use the set relative rotation. Set means we are going to define a new value because already the door is closed. We are going to open the door, which is a new value to it. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to update it. The target is my door and the rotation is like XYZ, which is over here. And right now we just need to rotate on the Z axis, not on the X axis and all. So I need to connect this over here, the rotation value that I've created now, that I need to correct. So for that, what I can do is I have two options. One is I can just create a node like angle and then I can do it, or I drag a wire and just search for lerp. It's again a float value. So here the value that I'm going to change is to the alpha only. I need to change. So disconnect because we created door alpha. Initially it is 0. I need 90 degrees to be working. And can you see it is in green color? And this one is in like rotator is in purple color. This is a float and this is a rotator. When I want to connect this, it shows I cannot connect it. So what I need to do is right click. You'll have the option split struct spin. Click on it. And I'm going to only use on the Z axis. So just connect it over here. The rest X and Y can be done, default thing. So now compile, save. Let's check whether it is working or not. Now you see the door is opened automatically. So it is communicating. So without a single line of code, I was able to open the door and also I was able to do an animation as well. So this is how the communication works between this. And now let me check with the first person. So again, to go to the world settings, I'm choosing the first person game mode over here because it should not open for the first person. See, it is not opening, which means the communication for this BP door is only for this blueprint. So casting is a way to communicate between two blueprints and also to reference it. If I want to access anything from my third person character, I can come over here and can choose whatever that is required and I can be able to do that. So it's a small demonstration of how to communicate between blueprints. We saw how to create when I hit the play button, how to print something on the thing. That's also a way of communicating. And we saw how the first person is able to grab this gun. And we created our own logic like opening the door using the blueprint communication option in blueprint class. So I think the time is also up. Okay, there are some questions like what is these specifications like specs? For that, the best thing is you can just go to your Epic Games documentation page. So this is the page, hardware and software specifications. You can see from here and you can get it. I'll just copy this link and paste it on the chat. Stop sharing now. Any other questions? So the basic configuration for Unreal Engine to work is you need a graphics card. RTX based graphics card. If it is there, then it would be fine because right now the lighting, everything is in real time right now. Okay, the ray tracing card is a must. The GPU support will be good. Even if you have a 1650 GTX card, also it will work, not an issue. So even dispatches is not covered right now because we are just starting the communication of blueprints. So maybe in the next sessions we will connect this event dispatches because event dispatches and blueprint interface are like interlinked. It is not like two separate things. If we link together and communicate only, it will be proper thing. Next class will be informed soon. Other than recordings. Yeah, blueprints. If at all you want to communicate anything in MetaHuman animator as well, you need to have the blueprints. MetaHuman is completely blueprint only. When you have a MetaHuman inside your Unreal Engine, it will be BP underscore whatever the name that has been given. The default name like Kevin or any character will be BP only. So blueprint is obviously required over there. AI like behavior tree, all those things are little bit like advanced topics. Android for installing Android modules, when you install Unreal Engine, no, like just go to your Epic Games launcher. So when you install Unreal Engine itself, go to this drop down arrow, options. Make sure you choose this Android option first. First, you need to install this. Then, after that, what you have to do is inside your Unreal Engine, go to this platform, go to Android option. Here, you will have the option to install. So, I've already installed it, so it is not showing for me. You'll have the option to install Android SDK. Or the manual way is you can go to Android Studio. You need to download the Android Studio. Right now, I'm using Flamingo version, which is actually supported for Unreal Engine 5.4. For 5.5, we have a different version. Just so everything will be there inside your documentation page. Okay, like you just need to go to this option.
You sure we can't see your screen? Were you sharing something?
No, no, I'm just sharing the link.
Okay, okay.
If I want, maybe I'll share the screen as well. Not an issue. I hope my screen is visible now. So this is the Android setup thing. So here you can see like what Android you need to install. So Android Studio Flamingo. I'll just copy this link as well. And one more thing is on the left side, you'll be able to see which version you're going to use. If you're going to use Unreal Engine 5.2, Flamingo will not work there. For 5.2, it is Android Studio 4.0. From 5.3 only, we have Flamingo. So it is like that. So I'll paste this link as well over here. So, okay, there's a question like, is Blueprint better than programming? As documentation best source for learn programming. You can refer to all the terms and terminology in the documents. To learn also, you can get a lot of things from the document. But refer the documentation because that is the best thing. How to install iOS modules for Unreal Engine. Same, like how you go to this Epic launcher, this options, iOS is there, Android, iOS, everything is there. So there was one question on like, is blueprints better than programming? So blueprints, the advantage of using blueprint is like anyone can use or anyone can create a game. That is the most advantage of using blueprint. Any artist can create because most of the people are not comfortable with coding. So those people also, if they want to create a game, because they'll be having some ideas to create it. So for them, it is helpful. But better option, if you ask, programming is better because that is much more optimized than blueprints. But still, with the blueprint also, you can create an optimized game. So both are like similar right now. There are a lot of developments that has been happening in the background for blueprints. For VR game project, which VR should be best in budget? Quest, Quest 3 or Quest 3, yes, I guess. But Quest 3 is better, or Quest 2, because you have a lot of support for MetaQuest than if you go for Vajro or other VR devices. Any app required an Android device to run Unreal Engine projects in Android? Like, sorry, playing it in Android. No need to have any app. Once you just package this as an APK file, let me again go and share my screen. See, one thing is when you want to install any module, just come over here. After you have installed that module inside your Epic launcher, come over here, the Android, you will have this option, install SDK. So it will automatically install all the SDK. The only thing is, before installing SDK, you need to install the Java version JDK, which is 17.0.6 version. So all those things will be here if you just come. Android thing is here. Java version will also be here, I guess. Java home is here. Okay. If I just go one page, started setting up Android and SDK. The JDK version is actually 17.0.6, but it has been there in the page. I don't know where exactly it is. It is here. You can see JDK version is 17.0.6. Make sure that you install this. So this is how you need to do for your packaging for Android. Just copy this page as well. So what is the right path to understand Unreal Engine from complete beginner to understand its most of the things? Right path is starting from the documentation page. You can start, and you need to obviously join some classes, because online there are a lot of like resources available, but in online you won't be able to get exact thing because all the resources will be not focused on a particular thing. It will be random. There won't be any structure or a proper progressive thing. And any other questions?
I think everyone is done with their questions. Are there any questions? Please ask it right now because we'll be ending the session soon.
Pranav has said, like, is it good? Is it good in the sense?
There's one question from Somil Bram, like for high graphics in VR. Is it something
Five
like
Nights at Freddy in VR, like, or for totally VR. So for VR games, to any external SDKs. External SDKs you can have. If you want to play a VR game, you don't need external SDKs and all because everything will be automatically packaged while building the game itself. When you want to create a game, only then you need this Android SDKs. If it is for Quest, obviously you need Android. If it is for Quest Pro or a tethered linked cable, then obviously you need to have Windows SDKs installed. So based on the platform, target platform, whichever that you want to choose, you need to have those SDKs.
I think everyone is done with the questions, right?
Yes. So
Okay, so
now still there are questions. Documentations for programming, how to connect game developers, and how to find them. You can find them in LinkedIn. There is a Unreal Engine developer community in LinkedIn. Documentation for programming means you need to refer C++ language because all the game engines in the world are created with C++ only. Even Unity is also created with C++, but inside Unity you're using C Sharp.
I think we are done right now.
I guess so.
Uh, yeah, thank you, Kishore. Thank you for taking this exciting webinar, and we are so thrilled to have you here. And even I got to learn some things, and it was so easy. Thank you so much for the hands-on session. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Yeah, I can start from Unreal Engine. One last question was there, whether it is game developer. Obviously, you can start from Unreal Engine.
Okay. Should I now remove you from the stage?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you,
you
Kishore.
guys. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you for your time. Bye. Thank you guys for joining this exciting today's session. And if you're ready to turn your passion for games into a career, this is the next step. Our upcoming course, Game Development with Coding, led by Kishore, covers Unreal Engine blueprints and hands on game building with live mentorship from an authorized Unreal instructor. At Spawn School, you'll get live mentorship from real game developers, project driven, job ready training, access to game jams, showcases, and a vibrant learning community. I'll be sharing the course link in the chat box. Here you go, and you can now register for the course. And for the other sessions and the upcoming sessions, we'll be informing everything on the website. Please stay tuned and keep updating your. Okay, and yeah, thank you all. I have shared everything on the chat. Yes, there will be classes, and you need to just register here in the link. And for the upgrades in blueprints and other classes, we'll be updating our website for next webinars. Please keep yourself updated for the same. Mm, I guess there's no offline classes, there'll be only online classes from us. I hope you guys are getting a note of everything that we have shared. And please check out the link and stay tuned and register the course. Yeah, we'll be having some sessions for those as well. Stay tuned. We'll be posting it on our website, and we'll be having those courses soon. So everything would be starting like by this month's end, and keep yourself updated with the latest news and boot camps, webinars that we post on our website. Okay, I think everyone is updated with everything. Now I'll be stopping the recording, and